Hallelujah. Hey. kila Dio sa bantoni na Kowa ikazila Kelingi obele Gintali Fire Zulu
whose aim really is to provide opportunities for skills development for unemployed youth in the area, as well as for youth in TVET colleges. And that is very important because it's in line with our commitment to actually produce 30,000 artisans per annum by 2030. This center is being built to provide training in areas that relate to the economy of this area. The three main critical pillars of the economy in this part of Sekhukhune is mining, it's agriculture, and tourism. There's also going to be certificates that are going to be given, studied, and acquired on animal production, on poultry production, as well as other related agricultural skills. And we are also going to be building an access road into the center, which also is going to create jobs. We are going to be training about 45 informal traders. It's going to create about 262 local jobs, and about 12 small medium enterprises are participating in the construction of the sector. So we are saying to young people, grab these opportunities, because that is likely to significantly change your lives.
Dumelang. Good morning. Goeiemorgen. We are about to start with our program. I'll request you when the minister comes through that we all stand. But we will indicate that to you. So we're about to start with our program. So just bear with us. We will start in any minute from now. Thank you very much. The minister is walking in. Thank you so much. We would like you to request the choir to lead us as we sing the national anthem to start our day. Good morning. Dumelang. Goeiemorgen. Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Professor Blade Nzimande. MEC for Education, Mr. Makalo Muhale, representing the Premier. The Executive Mayor of Thabo Mafusanyana District Municipality, Councillor Connie Musibi. The Mayor of Nkituane Municipality, Local Municipality Mamiki Mukwena. Our DDG, Dr. Sishi. DDGs and regional managers from the Department of Higher Education, our alliance partners, the chairperson of the board, Mr. Regisibia, and the board, the management of the CETA present, all the CETA leadership, chairpersons of CETs and CEOs, or principals, I'm sorry, the TVET colleges, chairpersons and principal, our project leader, Mr. Sipho Shoba, if he's here, and the principal, who is our host today, Agnes Muhlawa. Thank you for attending this important occasion, ladies and gentlemen. We know that there are learners, there's members of the communities, there are business leaders, And everyone else that is here is really acknowledged, and for your participation in this such an important occasion. It is an important occasion because it is for the first time in the history of this country that we are launching the Community Colleges Infrastructure Project, and with the Department of Higher Education and Training. And the details about the project you will hear from the speakers. So I'm not going to spend time here and steal the thunder of the speakers. However, we are hosting this project together with the college and WNR-CETA, who have assisted in ensuring that we've got this occasion today. By the way, my name is Tom Kwanazi, and I'm going to be your program director. Within our midst, we've got traditional leadership, and we know that if we come and we visit an area, traditional leadership is very, very important. We will therefore request, as we start our program, Kgosi Tipanyana to come through and welcome us in this occasion. Thank you. We will request that as the hosts stand up, we all stand the protocol.
Galiboa, what's our way? Mutamation Sebezi. You go for Kadima to make sure Tenateo Kirifu Quano, Hotlaema Mona, Kit Luam, as Chavas and Sebukan in Quanamon. That them corners Mona Gabana. Oh, the Lemela Lebatalera Hanyana, Naki di Bignani, Pico Ramo Pedi. Hai suke tswa mane se bakeng se bitswa monontsha ke tseba batho ba tseba se baka sa monontsha mane kwakwa ke tsamale mohatsaka mofumadi Maschaba e ke bana ka mo kgobedu feta bomme bana ba teng kaofela ka mo ke ena madutse ke rata ho isa tlhompho ya ka le tebo ya ka ho mo ifo ona o dutseng bona ke re bonta te dimerang mme ka dumedisa ke se tlhompho ya ka ho morena wa ka morena moremoholo Motebang Mopedi wa Bakwena ke se tlhompho ya ka ho morena Montwedi morena wa Batlokwa le bosiong ba bona hote ka Sesotho morena ha yete ke rata o leboa memo ena eo ke etseditsweng ke lefapha lena la thuto ka jeko ndate Nzimande a ke tsebe sethakaselo sa hao se reng wena ka sethakaselo sa hao nna ke Kwena di Kwena ba ho peta le more kgatjane wala wena ko tseo na o keng ha o dithoka wena o ta hlalosetsa setjhaba ha o so eme mona ona wena o mang okay mme ke re ho lona setjhaba sa eso mosebetsi ke ona o moholo o o tlile karo ho motse ona wa Petsana mme mosebetsi ona o moholo o etseditswe setjhaba sa mona le setjhaba se hlahang ka ntle le mabapi o motse ona wa Petsana. Mme ke nahana hore boikitlaetso bona bo etseditswe bana ba rona bao e santsaneng e le bona makejakejane a tlameileng ho kena ka setotswana tabeng tsena tsa thuto. Hoja ebe nne ke tshwana le ntu nkabe ke re nka boela morao le nna nke ke tlo kena sekolo meahong e motle ene e ke e bonang letsatsing la kajeko kwano mona. Mme ka mantswe ana ke rata ho le leboela le lona setjhaba sa heso se bukaneng mona ha e re mona le tlile la tlo ikgodisa ba bang ebile le ntse le re le bona ntate Nzimande ha le TV nkwana ke ena ena. Le minister wa lona le ntate Makalo le yana le nkontso tha ntate Makalo wa lefapha la thuto la Freistata ke ena ena. Mme ka ha setjhaba sa heso ke re ho lona kgwedi yane eo ho ileng ha bua ka yona e leng kgwedi ya dikgetho a ke batle motho a nkuke hampe a tla a bue ditaba tsa ka hampe ha a tswela ka ntle ka mona a re ke itse ke la kare ke re ho lona tsamayang le ho vouta le vote ka kgotso le a tseba dipelong tsa lona hore na lona ha le tloa ha le ya maboxing a lona a dikgetho mo le tlabe le eme jwale ka nna tjena hore o tla bo lo voutela mang. Mme ke re tsamayang he le ho etsa jwalo tsamayang le ho vouta bakwena le voute ka kgotso. Mme ke re ho lona pula e le nele ka hohle ka mokgwa e ka le nelang ka teng dikgomo ke a leboha.
Realeboha, Khoshi, with the word of welcome, and we really appreciate it. And we're now feeling at home, and I'm sure we've already asked for Tshwarelo, where we've made a mistake, and I'm sure you, as your children, you will accept our apology. Thank you very much. We will now move on with our program, and I would like to then request the executive mayor from the local municipality again to also give us just few words. And the executive mayor is Mamiki, Councillor Mamiki Mukwena.
Thank you very much, Program Director, the Minister of Higher Education and Training, Tate Blade Nzimande, the Premier of the Free State in absentia, the MEC of Education in the Free State in Tate Makalo, the Executive Mayor of Thabo Mofetsanyana District Municipality in absentia, Mmekoni Msibi, the Speaker of Nketwana, Councillor Buisiwe Makoba, other councillors who might be present here, Morena wa rona Ntate Mopedi le mme, senior and other government officials, all protocol observed. Let me take this opportunity to open the gates for you with the following motto. The doors of learning and culture shall be open for all. This was a commitment made in Kliptown on the 26th June 1955 by the people of South Africa, the blacks and the Africans in particular, who gathered for the Congress of the People to adopt the Freedom Charter, which later became the bedrock of the South African Constitution. Program Director, as I welcome our dignitaries, I want to align myself with this motto as I continue to say here that the call at that time was for the democratic government that will be elected by the people to discover, develop, and encourage national talent for the enhancement of our cultural life. The aim of education shall be to teach the youth to love their people and their culture, to honor human brotherhood, liberty, and peace, that education shall be free, compulsory, universal, and equal for all the children, that higher education and technical training shall be open to all by means of state allowances and scholarships awarded based on merit, to end adult illiteracy by means of a mass state education plan, that teachers shall have all the rights of other citizens. The caliber in cultural life, in sport, and in education shall be abolished. This is the dream that our forefathers had in 1955, and the function of the current government is to ensure the success of the dream. As the municipality, we will continue to support national and provincial government by creating a conducive environment to realize this objective. At the current moment, we came to realize that your interest as national government is to invest in people and meet their basic needs. We are also aware that in so doing, you are creating an economically active society in which citizens will now rely on government, but they will become self-reliant and self-employable, while adults will participate in the mainstream economic activities after graduating from this institution. We are delighted, Honorable Minister, to be part of the historical soil turning ceremony, which will become a legacy of our children for many years to come. Nkyatwani local municipality is based in the Eastern Free State with its head office here at Reeds. It consists of the 4 towns, namely Reeds, Mamafubedu, Lentli, and Arlington. The municipality is named after the river that passes our hills on the countryside towards Frankfurt. Many young people are not employed here due to limited employment opportunities, and we see this investment as the beginning of a better life for them. In conclusion, Program Director, let me further commend the department for the effort to invest in the capability of people and improving access to quality of education. By investing in young people, you are investing in the future leaders of this country, who out of this investment, some will become captains of industries and great business leaders. We believe that this institution will produce other giants who will represent us very well in other nations. Honorable Minister and your entire team, rest assured that the dogs are kept safe and you are therefore allowed to the freedom of the town. We are happy to have you here and look forward to your regular visits once the doors of learning have been opened. We therefore support this undertaking and hopefully and mindfully of the economic spin-offs that will be generated out of this new development, and let alone the fact that it will change the face of the town and look more beautiful as it already is. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Executive Mayor. Honorable Executive Mayor, we are equally excited about this milestone. As I move on with our program, I would like to request the Director General for Community Colleges from the Department of Higher Education, Ms. Thembisa Fuchane, to provide us with the background and purpose of the Community College Infrastructure Project. Ms. Fuchane.
Good morning, and thank you very much, Program Director, Honorable Minister, Honorable MEC Muhale. I also acknowledge Ingosi and Queen Murena Libenyane and Ume Masichaba, our Mayor, Councillor Mamike Mukwena, chairpersons of SETA boards present here today, led by the sponsoring SETA, WNR SETA, Mr. Sibia, chairpersons of TVET colleges and community colleges councils, principals of TVET colleges and principals of community education and training colleges present, SETA CEOs that are present here today, DDGs and other senior managers present and staff, Department of Basic Education officials that are present, regional managers present here today, the alliance partners present and our social partners that are present, center managers from Free State Community College that are present, all staff members, including management from all community colleges from across the country that are present here today, I also wish to acknowledge the presence of the construction company, Matele Musa JV, and the lead agency, SRSQS. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, distinguished guests. Thank you very much. I'm going to be very brief. I'm going to talk briefly about community colleges. I need to start by indicating that in 2013, the government, South African government, approved the white paper on post-school education and training. And this white paper envisioned the transition of what we used to know then as adult education and training that was offered through public adult learning centers, mainly offered in school facilities, those of you who might remember. And prior to that, you may remember these were commonly known as night schools. These then, through the white paper, were then transitioned to form what we now know as community education and training. To give effect to this policy announcement, 9 community education and training colleges, 1 per province, were established under each of the former public adult learning centers, and these were then incorporated into community learning centers. In 2015, these were then migrated from provincial education departments to the National Department of Education, to the National Department of Higher Education and Training. The administration of community education and training colleges migrated in 2015. However, the gazetting of the community colleges, including their community learning centers and their satellites, was done on the 26th of August in 2020. What are these community colleges? What is the intention with the community colleges? What do they aim to do? I'm going to put it briefly, and I'm not going to put it in policy terminology. I'm just going to say that community colleges are for everyone. Community colleges are for the person who has never ever set foot in a school before, and they want to learn to read and write, for an example. They've never set foot in a school. They can come to a community college. Community colleges are also for those who have been through the schooling system, but may have dropped out for one reason or the other. And sometime in their life, they decide that they want to continue with their education. They are welcomed into our community colleges at any level of their education. Community colleges are also for those who are well educated or highly educated, but who may wish to acquire a certain skill. At the moment, community colleges, in terms of skills and occupational programs, they offer a wide range, be it welding, be it electrician, be it plumbing, be it cell phone repair. You can get that skill in a community college. You can even come to learn to bake if you want to do that as a hobby. Community colleges are also for those who want to use the community colleges as a launch pad in the event that they want to proceed and continue with their studies either at a TVET college or at a university. Community colleges are also for those who were doing matric and they either dropped out of the matric or they completed their matric, but perhaps they did not pass so well and they want to improve their matric results. They can come to a community college. We do offer the senior certificate. We do offer matric at a community college. Hence, I say our community colleges are for everyone. Let me remind the House that in the past, there used to be a program called Karikude, which was run by the Department of Basic Education. And this is a program that was teaching people how to read and write, those who could not read and write. And that program no longer exists with DBE. DBE closed that program. But anyone can still access similar programs in terms of our ABET levels 1, 2, 3 in a community college and go throughout the entire value chain of the education system. I'm also happy to announce that because community colleges are within the post-school education and training sector, it means that there is clear articulation from community college to TVET colleges to universities, and the route does not necessarily have to be in that sequence. In a nutshell, then, everyone is welcomed in our community colleges, and there's no discrimination in terms of even age. Whatever age the person is, they can come. They can then come for academic programs, those who wish to have academic programs. They can come from occupational programs, skills programs. They can also come for non-formal programs. I need to indicate at this stage that most of our community colleges are also running voter education programs, especially at this time when we are going to elections. But it is not only at the time of elections, throughout, even after elections, our community colleges will also be running the programs, including a new program that we've done with Higher Health, which is a civic education program offered at NQF Level 5. Briefly then on this program, why are we here? We are at Free State Community College right now. And I also wish to urge everyone that is in this room that at the end of the events, they can go to exhibitions. All community colleges from across the country are exhibiting, and you can get more information on community colleges. We are here today, and this is the minister's event, where the minister is monitoring progress. Minister made a commitment. Minister first made a commitment through the white paper that I referred to earlier on, and minister has also made a commitment through various engagement with key stakeholders. One of those key stakeholders being the Community Education and Training Skills Summit, which the minister convened on the 7th and 8th of March in 2022, where the minister made a commitment to building infrastructure for community colleges. This is one of those infrastructure projects that our minister has started in terms of community colleges. This project was started in January 2023. As you can see where we are in a construction site. And indications are that the program will be finished at the end of the year. What is currently built here? This construction site consists of classrooms. And in these classrooms, academic programs will be offered. I must also indicate to you that these are state-of-the-art classrooms with modern technology, also state-of-the-art workshop that are going to have modern equipment in terms of the workshops that are going to be held in these facilities. The work started in January of 2023, and it will be completed this year. Currently, there is a community learning center operating under the name of Chiseho, and when the work is completed, that community center is going to be absorbed into this facility. And the programs that are currently offered in that community learning center are mainly your academic programs. But with this facility that is being built here today, which the minister is coming to monitor the progress thereof and to launch the infrastructure program, there will be more programs that will be offered. And these programs that will be offered, in terms of the workshops, there will be bricklaying, there will be tiling, there will be plumbing, there will be diesel and tractor mechanics, there will be welding and electrical. But specifically, I need to indicate as I come to an end, that this community learning center is also specializing as an agricultural skills hub. I also wish to acknowledge the Nketuano municipality that is present, because this would not have been possible without them, and the WNR-SETA that has made the funding available in addition to what is provided by the department. The Agricultural Skills Hub will offer agricultural programs, and some of those programs that will be offered will be in poultry, piggery, cattle and sheep farming, and vegetable farming. Therefore, by the end of this year, what you see now is a lot of dust. And hopefully, I hope you see the greater potential, and I also hope you see that the buildings that are standing, that are reported to be at 72% completion. So this project is more than 70% complete, which then gives us confidence that by the end of the year, it will be completed. And it is not the only infrastructure program that is being done by the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation. Further details will be provided by the Minister. I thank you, Program Director.
Thank you, DDG. So need I say more about really the importance of the community colleges? So I would therefore like to invite now the chairperson of WNR-SETA, Mr. Regis Bier, to just share with us the WNR-SETA infrastructure's vision based on the discussions that have just been shared with you by the DDG. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director, for the opportunity. Let me first acknowledge our Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Professor Blade Nzimande. Let me also acknowledge our DG, Dr. Nkosinathi Sishi, our Deputy Director General for CET Colleges, DDG Fuchane. Let me also acknowledge among us the Wholesale and Retail SETA Board members. We have here what we call in Zulu izinqunqulu, the key people of the board. The ExCo is here. That just shows you how important this event is. And I would like to just quickly introduce them. They must just stand up. I'll start with Mr. Themba Mthembu, if you can just stand up quickly and so people can see you. Velase. Then we have Miss Bango, Margaret Bango. Then we have Mr. Sbusiso Busane. And then last but not least, Mr. David Makua. So the ExCo is actually the board committee that actually approved this project and other similar projects. And Mr. Makua also heads another committee which we call the Projects Committee, the committee that actually ensures that all the deliverables that were actually planned in every project, that they are actually being followed through, working together with management. So that committee plays a critical role in terms of oversight for the board. Let me also then acknowledge the council and management of the Free State CET College, Wholesale and Retail SETA CEO, Mr. Tom Kwanazi, and all the management from the Wholesale and Retail SETA who are here today, who have also contributed to the success of this project we are launching today. Let me also recognize the community leadership and representatives, and also the traditional leaders and student community. The Wholesale and Retail SETA is once again showing its commitment to developing communities and young people by implementing projects that will benefit individuals and institutions into many generations in the future. The main objective is to change the mindset of young people to intentionally choose to study at public colleges which provide practical and relevant skills that the economy needs to grow. Honorable Minister, when one looks at the German model, which integrates technical and vocational training to workplaces, one cannot underestimate the importance of these public colleges and their potential impact in changing the economy of our country through skills development. With about 6% unemployment, the pillar of the German economy is a skilled labor, with majority of young people choosing technical and vocational training versus going to a university. We need to emulate the German model in South Africa. And Honorable Minister, your call for us to focus our resources to TVET and CET colleges is an informed and very insightful call, and we thank you for that. A hand of applause for our Minister. This agricultural skills hub we are launching today is the Wholesale and Retail SETA's second skills center. I'm not spoiling the pudding. I know this is the first skills center linked to a CET college, but I was asked to come and just give a view of our involvement in the infrastructure. So this is not our first as the wholesale and retail sector. We have the first one, which we are launching, by the way, on Friday as well. That is linked to a TVET college in Sikukune in Limpopo. And we are very grateful and appreciate greatly your availability, Minister, to grace that launch as well. Last month, Minister, our board also approved another skills center, also linked to a CET college, and that will be in KZN. We have also approved another project in partnership with the construction sector, a skills center linked to a TVET college, which is currently work in progress. We want to continuously respond to the call to have these skills centers in every province, linked to either the TVET or the CET colleges. The wholesale and retail sector and DHET will look back with pride on the meaningful partnership and contribution that has touched millions of lives. These buildings are an investment into the future and will stand tall as legacies of community development for decades to come. The wholesale and retail sector since 2020 has invested over 100 million on infrastructure support projects to the CETs across the 9 provinces. This support consists of establishment of ICT labs and mobile classrooms that benefited 54 community learning centers, 6 of which are in the Free State province. To help the public colleges with efficient energy and low electricity bills, the wholesale and retail sector has added 45 million on alternative energy solutions to install solar systems covering all 9 CET colleges. I think that deserves a hand of applause. We are not complaining about load shedding. We are making a contribution to the economy of the country. This is also worth noting that we also did the same for the TVET colleges, and we actually contributed an amount of 78 million towards the solar systems. So all in all, on completion of this project, 66 CET and TVET college campuses will benefit from this initiative. The wholesale and retail sector salutes the visionary leadership of Minister Nzimande for the establishment of the community education and training colleges, which are 9 years old and the newest addition to the post-school education and training system. These community colleges are particularly important because they provide opportunities to people who never had them and giving others a second chance to training and education. In promoting public colleges as institutions of choice, the students from the college who are part of these events are an encouragement to others for choosing the CET college to develop themselves. They are encouraged to be proud ambassadors of the CET college sector by sharing their experiences in their communities and helping to change the mindset of their siblings, their friends, and relatives to choose opportunities offered at these colleges. The Skills Center will equip students to find employment and also create their own jobs by opening businesses in their communities. On the future outlook, the wholesale and retail sector will continue to partner with the Department of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, other sectors, and we've got other sectors, by the way, here. We've got also Gugu from the INSETA, and we appreciate that. So we are looking forward to that partnership with other sectors and the companies to ensure that the skills produced from the skill centers are commercialized to create employment opportunities. The fresh produce that will be harvested from this center must end up on the shelves of our retailers to create more opportunities for the local community. Retailers and other relevant businesses are called upon to partner with the wholesale and retail sector, and the college to make this a reality. All stakeholders are jointly responsible to fight the challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequality. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spear, the chairperson of the WNR SETA. Thank you so much. I would now like to take the opportunity to request some entertainment, just so that we can have some fun. The local group will be giving us an item. Thank you. Okay. Are they here? Okay. Wow. Give them a round of applause again. That was beautiful. If we can move on then with our next item, we will request the Mr. Muhau Semela, who is the Free State CET College SRC president, if he can come forward and give us message of support.
Program Director, thank you so much for the opportunity to be standing in front of such a beautiful yet intimidating crowd. But let me tell you, that is a challenge I accept. Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, MEC of Education, CET College Council, Morena le Mofumahadi Mopedi, all CETA chairpersons and principals, every single person who is in a position of power and leadership in this building, and everyone who has joined us today, including students. Batho ba baholo, dumelang. Ka lebitso ke Muhau Semela, a product of a village ya Monontsha, under the leadership ya Mayor Malinga. I'm from Katlehong Community Learning Center, but I stand here as the president of Free State CET College. I want to make a very short, brief support. But in this case, I hope it serves as an encouragement, especially to the students and the community. It takes a village to raise a child. It also could take the same village to destroy that child. I know it's quite an unpopular, very realistic aspect that we're dealing with, ne? You see this establishment that has been built right here, students? Do you see it? Did you see it? I would like us to regard it as our child in that village. Not just any child, but a chosen child. You know, the chosen one in the family. Our last hope in the family. The one who seems to have the potential of giving us a chance to that incredible opportunity and doors for all of us to finally break away from poverty and other curses as a family. I would like to encourage each and every student, parent, anyone who's here today, that if we can make it a family tradition to raise this child very well under our protection from any harm necessary, hiring a security company would be like winning the lottery jackpot on a payday. Think about it. I'm going to repeat myself again, briefly so, that indeed it takes a village to raise a child. It could also take the same village to destroy that child. So we have a choice. We are the villagers raising this child. What are you going to do? What kind of a villager are you going to be? What kind of a raiser are you going to be to this child? Are you going to destroy it, or are you going to raise it well and under your protection? That is my question for today. We can achieve this if we can just cancel one aspect of all. If you can erase the stigma around community learning centers in our communities. I grew up with the phrase, "Thuto ha e tsofallwe." But why does it come as a surprise when you see a 45-year-old mother of two come into school? that mother right there is not a joke. There lives a gap of opportunity to draw in inspiration from her and to realize that when you believe in yourself, trust me, you have the ability to expand your capabilities. I just want to finish with making a challenge to the minister, to the college council, and everyone else who is in position of power and leadership in this place. From 2015 up to date, we have consistently demonstrated greatest determination, fortitude, and resolve to overcome all odds academically as a province, as Me Njimuseha would say. But it seems as if our leaders sometimes treat the Free State province like we are an epic fail, the worst of the worst. But I'm hopeful because look at us, we already are building something that is going to be a state-of-the-art revolution for our people, wouldn't you say? I don't want to take most of the time here. Minister, Dr. Nzimande, I would like you to review maybe the decision-making structures in terms of implementation of innovative teaching methods and equipments that resonate with the level of our performance academically as Free State Province. We can have all of this. We can have all of this. Let me just finish. We can have it all if we are that village that is willing to produce a nation of global citizens. And it's up to us to give that a chance, to raise that child well and not destroy them. Ke a leboha.
Thank you very much. Siyabonga kakhulu with your message of support, and I hope it has reached where it's supposed to. And that was really profound, and thank you so much. I would like to now take this opportunity to request the MEC of Education in the Free State Province, Mr. Mokalo Mohale, to come forward and provide us the word of support.
Oh, okay. Thanks very much, Program Director. Ki se ditebo le ho ananela boteng bantlo ya borena ka hare ho rona re motlotlo re kutlwa re hlomphehile ka boteng ba lona. Let me acknowledge the presence of the Minister of Higher Education or for Higher Education, Science and Innovation. Also acknowledge the Executive Mayor or the Mayor of Nketwana and the Speaker and all the other councillors that are with us. The leadership of various SETAs and college councils that are with us, the distinguished guests, and the college students that are in our midst, and the general community of Thabo Mofokeng. We just want to say, as a province of the Free State, there couldn't be a better time than now when there is this launch or when the minister visits this particular project, because, Minister, as a province of the Free State, when we look at education, we sometimes forget that there is higher education and the basic education, precisely because we believe that we are part of one ecosystem. because the same education system is the one that we believe that is one of the strategic tools that will assist us to bring better life for our people. We believe that a complementary relationship between education and the economy is inevitable. It is for such matter that we really like to thank and appreciate the efforts by higher education with this type of an investment, together with its sitters, that we are seeing today. We further note that it is not a coincidence that a project of this nature, as we were briefed, is the first of its kind and is happening in the Free State. Indeed, the province of the Free State is, and it will continue to be, where good things start. You can trace it as far back as in 1912. It all started here, in the province of the Free State, where the governing party was born, and such governing party which is a vanguard of ensuring that our people get better life. So it started in the Free State. And again, here we are today, but it's not long ago, about a month or so, we were also unveiling or launching the Artisan Academy in Mangaung, Free State again. We were told that it was the first of its kind. So it demonstrates that anything that is so good is never misplaced for it to be launched here. And I can really assure you, Minister, that this was a right decision. Free Staters, they love education. But wa Free State re rata thuto. Ka kutlwisiso ya hore, ha re batho ba di shortcut. We understand that it's only through education and when we have the requisite knowledge that we are able to liberate ourselves. As government, we are just leading the society to liberate itself, because our people, young and old, says we want to do it for our own. We don't want handouts. And you can only be able to do it for your own if you have knowledge. Better life, we understand that it's not a once-off or a quick process where you cut corners. We believe that we must have a solid foundation in ensuring that we skill the nation. Most of the time, I normally, when we are gathered like this, remind the people that the role of education system or departments, in simple terms, but most importantly, re ba ratise le sekolo. Jwale tsela ena kapa the community college is a practical demonstration ya hore we believe as a progressive governing government, as progressive governments, that we have to ensure that our people are empowered. And it all starts with the knowledge and the skills, young and old. And as I'm about to sit down, Minister, I must also thank the department for that integrated planning and supportive role that it plays, that it has played within the context of our vision as provincial government. What I mean by that is that in terms of the plans of provincial government, we said, in the main, we are leveraging on agriculture. We said to change the lives of the people of the Free State, we have to go back to the drawing boards and ensure that our agriculture is revived. We must reclaim our sport as being the breadbasket. And this area ya Nketwane, ke sebaka se ileng hore boholo ba ditaba tsena tsa temo di etsahala teng. Jwale ha ho tla mofuta o tjena wa sekolo le di facilities tsena, tse e leng hore in the main is about agriculture. That clearly shows hore mmuso wa batho ka batho o utlwisisa ditlhoko hantle tse batho ba di batlang, mme le maano ana e ra etsang re le mmuso ha ra bui fela hobane e mong le mong o kenya letsoho, hobane e nngwe ya dintho tse e leng hore re batla re tshepa kapa re tshepetse ho tsona ke bokgoni ba rona re le province ya hore re sebetsana mmoho le bohle e seng fela ka hare ho mekgahlelo ya mmuso empa le bohle ka hare ho setjhaba. Jwale setsha sena se mona sa re bile se tla fana ka tsena tsa temo ho a bontsha hore se re ipoleletseng sona kapa se e leng karolo ya maano a rona ha se toro fela empa ke ntho e leng hore tla phethahala, hobane batho ba mona boholo ba batho ba rona ha re batla ho ba matlafatsa ha re batle batho ba rona be ntse ba etsa fela mesebetsinyana e etswang ke batho ba senang tsebo se re reng ke unskilled labor ka baka la ho hloka tsebo e be le mo ba fellang teng. Empa ka setsha sena ho a bontsha hore le mang kapa mang ana sa nahane hore a ka ba le dikgata kapa le tsebo e itseng ka baka la setsha sena se mona o tla ithuela tsebo eo le yena ka le leng la matsatsi a iphumana sa sebetsa mosebetsi o batlang o phahame haholo ka hobane tsebo e nanang le yona a ifumaneng mona e tla be e motswetse molemo. Jwale ka ho tjhojolo rata hore ra leboha haholo ho lefapha lena la tsa thuto e phahameng ka mosebetsi o motle tjena e ba o entse, mme re ipiletsa ho setjhaba sa Thabo Mofutsanyana le sohle se ka hare province ya Freistata hore a re hlokomeleng setsha sena ke sa rona ke thepa ya rona. Mmuso empa fela e le batho ba e leng hore le barumuwa ba hore ba di etse di fumanehe ho lona hantle ke thepa ya lona le setjhaba, mme a bohlokwa haholo ke ya hore thuto ena e tlang ho tswa mona kapa e tlang hore ho rutwe batho ka yona ke thuto ena e hlokehang kapa e leng hore ha jwale ke ntho e re reng mmuso kapa moruo wa e hloka. Re na le bothata ba bana ba rona ba tswang ditsheng tsa thuto e phahameng tse leng hore boholo ba bona ha ba kgone ho fumana mosebetsi hobane ha bana boitsebelo bona bo batlang haholo ba ho sebetsa ka matsoho, mme setsha sena se arabetse haholo tlhokehong eo ya hore jwale re batla ho etsa practical taba ena hore motho ha a tswa thutong ya rona ha a tswe fela ka lengolo, o tswa ka lengolo le boitsebelo ba kgonang hore a etse letho ka bophelo ba hae. Jwale rona re le mmuso wa province ya Freistata re rata hore re a leboha, re kopanne re tshwarahaneng ka matsoho ho ya pele re nne re bone tse ntle tsena di ntse di ya pele hobane ke ka thuto fela e leng hore re tla fetola maphelo a batho ba rona. Ka ho tjho jwalo re a leboha, re pele ya pele ka le leng la matsatsi maphelo a batho ba rona a tla fetoha kaofela, mme re a tshepa hore ene re a tseba hore ke ka thuto fela e leng hore re tla kgona ho hlola tsena tse leng hore di re eme hampe e leng taba tsa tlhokeho ya mesebetsi le tsena tsa bofuma le tsa ho sa lekalekana. Jwale ka ho tjho jwalo re a leboha, re pele ya pele puso ya setjhaba ka setjhaba. Ke a leboha.
Thank you very much, MEC. We would like to then move to the next item. We would like to request the CET College students to come and give us an entertainment item. Are they here? Thank you so much. And please give them a round of applause again. We are moving right along with our program. I would like to take this opportunity now to request our Director General of Department of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Nkosinathi Sishi, to come through and introduce the Minister.
The young people who are here, I think we must give them another big round of applause. I repeat, let's give them a big round of applause. Whether we like it or not, we will be measured by the institutions that we built, whether we've succeeded in developing a respected and esteemed democracy. Today we're here to, not to promise, but to say we are building the country. We are building our democracy, and the evidence is there for all of us to see. And it's an appropriate kind of music that you've selected to get young opera singers to come forward and grace the occasion, and they've done justice to it. Thank you very much. I feel very good right now after this. Earlier on, Khosi Tebenyane welcomed us, but I wish to take this opportunity to recognize the fact that he's not alone. He's with the Queen of the nation. Let us give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Siyahlonipha, siyakhuleka, sitshengisa konke ukuhlonipha esinakho ebukhosini bethu. Siyabonga kakhulu, Khosi. The second point I wish to make is that when you come to Free State, you are in a province that if you speak about matric results, over the last 10 years, has consistently been the best province in the country. Let us give the MEC a big round of applause. I think there are people from other provinces who are jealous. When I ask that we give them a big round of applause, let's do so, please. Earlier on, protocols have been observed, ladies and gentlemen. Mine is simple to usher in one of the finest sons of the soil, Professor Blade Nzimande. It's important when we do so, particularly in the presence of many young people, who I would like to say to them, it's important that you learn. It's important that you understand that when we introduce our minister, we're not bragging about his achievements. We are showing you the way. When he was a young man, joining the struggle, it was very unpopular to do so because you would do it at the expense of your own life. Nowadays, it's easy to make comments that are not aligned to the work that we see happening every day. In the last 5 days, Minister, I was interviewed by one journalist from Power FM, and he was saying he can't believe that this department every week almost unveils a new project. And it's not a promise of a new project, it's an opening and unveiling of a new project. Throughout the length and breadth of our country, there's a footprint of education that we're unveiling. When the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa says there shall be free education for basic education, but for higher and further education, this shall be gradually realized. It means that every year our task is to make sure that we open the doors of learning and culture for all of our people and all of our young people. What a day to unveil what a facility we see here today. Congratulations to everyone who's been involved. A kind of facility that the minister has established is a facility that cannot reach this point unless a lot of people that are involved in this work, work together the way you have done. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday when we were introducing the minister, we used technology. And the AI instrument that we used took a few seconds to do so. But I'm not an AI. I'm live. Dr. Nzimande, then Professor Blade Nzimande now, has published, ladies and gentlemen, lots, and I would like our young people to pay attention to, if you Google his name, you will find a series of publications that tells us the story of how beautiful it is to be a South African. I'm not going to read the list of publications, but I am inviting you to pay attention to that because it tells a story of our country, it tells a story of our people, but it also tells a story of the kind of a journey that we have traveled as a people. Dr. Nzimande has held various teaching and administrative positions in various higher education institutions, and these will include lecturing at universities. These will include serving as chairperson of boards of trustees, and that will include one Center for Educational Policy Development. That must give you a sense of the journey that he has traveled educationally. Professor Nzimande holds a doctorate in philosophy, specializing in sociology, and also he has been conferred the honorary professorship by one of the highly esteemed university in Beijing, Jiaotong University in China, ladies and gentlemen, that has respected, yes, if you do not respect your own, others in other countries will come to your country and they will recognize your own sons and daughters. And I would like to give him a big round of applause for that. Over the decades, Professor Nzimande held various senior political leadership roles. These include serving as a member of the National Deployment Committee of the African National Congress and the chairperson of the ANC's Parliamentary Study Group on Education. He actually is the first chairperson of the Portfolio Committee in the democratic South Africa. And I think it's important to understand this, that because it means almost all the policies, if not most of the policies that runs the education system today have gone through and passed his hands. Professor Nzimande is also the former chairperson of the Financial Sector Campaign Coalition and has served as the leader of the South African Communist Party. And I saw Mabovu here today, right in front, to come and show allegiance and respect to the former Secretary General of the party. And he also has held a number of positions, including Secretary General and Deputy Chairperson of the Central Committee of the South African Communist Party, and is currently the Chairperson of the South African Communist Party. Ladies and gentlemen, I will invite you to please, those who can, please join me as I stand to welcome the Minister who currently serves As the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation,
You may be seated. Thanks, Program Director, Mr. Tom Kwanas, the CEO of Wholesale and Retail SETA. MEC for Education, Mr. Makalo Mohale. And thank you very much. I understand you represented me at Moteo College as well, when the doctor had put me down and said, "We are not going anywhere." And thank the Premier also for having assigned you to represent him here. Our DG, Dr. Nkosinathi Sishi, Department of Higher Education and Training, Khoshil Benyane Mukwen, Mupedi, sorry. I should say Mukwen. Mina ngunzimande ngumphephethe ngiugwala ngiungwekazi. And your dear queen next to you, I'm greeting you. Our local mayor, Mayor Mukwena, the senior officials from my department, and other senior government officials and our regional managers of DHET, the chairperson of the Wholesale and Retail SETA, Soto, and all the board members who are here. Let me also greet the chairs of all the CET college councils as well as TVET governance councils. Mayor Agnes Matlawa, the principal of the Free State CET College. Let me also greet all the CEOs of the SETAs and the CEO of the National Skills Fund, who is also here. Principals, let me also greet the leadership of the ANC, the SACP, and all alliance leaders who are here, as well as representatives from other political parties. Let me also greet the councillors from the 2 municipalities here, the president of the SRC, and thank you for your wonderful message, and all the students from the CET colleges who are here, including the singers with their beautiful voices. I wish I had such a beautiful voice. I would sing all the time. The members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, today is indeed a very historic day for the Reeds community, but not only for the Reeds community, for us also as the Department of Higher Education and Training. What a way to celebrate 30 years of our democracy by the Reeds community. You can have no better celebration, no better cake, no better wonderful present than this beautiful structure that we are 70% towards completing today. It's the first ever physical structure MEC owned by the community college in the whole of South Africa. It's the first for our country, and we are doing it here in the Free State. Also, we want to assure you that we are not here just to take a turn, see you all together here, cut the ribbon, and all that. This institution, the structure we are seeing, is going to be taking its first students in January 2025. Next year. This learning center, which is here,
next year to here is taking only just over 200 students. This structure, when it is completed, which will be having 15 buildings, is going to take up to 5,000 learners. And I think there are 4 other important issues I would like to reflect upon that explains also the significance of today's occasion. The first is that we are deliberately, this represents our effort in deliberately expanding community education and training initiatives in our communities. We also want to raise the standing and the prestige of community colleges in our country. You can see how beautiful this thing is going to be. So we are not building some cocotelo there. This is real stuff that we want everybody who comes here 10, 15, 20 years from now would say, I got my foundation for what I am today from this community college. In 2013, we published a white paper, which is the policy paper for the Department of Higher Education and Training. And that's where we introduced this idea of community colleges. Because what we've been having before are what have been known as adult basic education and training centers. Now, we are transforming those. We are not throwing away what they've been doing, but we are transforming it. Because what we call ABET was largely about those who left school early, but who then want to continue during their own spare time with their formal education. Those who couldn't go back to school. That's important. It must be done. An opportunity must be done for those who want to do that to continue to do so. But our research had told us that South African adults need more than just to continue with their formal education. They need more than just R, A, E, O, U. They need a variety of skills that they want. I always make this example. A lady who is 45 years old, who left school in standard 7, may not be interested in going to the community college to do standard 8, standard 9, standard 10, but may just say, I want a skill for baking so I can sell cakes in the local schools and be able to bring some money into my own household. A young man who says, I want to fence in the rural areas in order to protect our livestock from vehicles along the roads that pass through there. And that skill will actually make him to be able to make money. He builds fences, he mends fences, and all that. That is why now, you know, TTG Fuchan and our TG, I was really touched when I saw the building here with the theoretical classes and with practical workshops as well. Because I could see our white paper being born in real terms now, here, today. We appreciate, MEC, that our schools have been helping us and they will continue to help us to be used for community education and training programs in the schools after hours. We appreciate that. But we also want to begin to have a mix by transitioning to having our purpose-built structures for community education and training, where in a school it may not be easy to do what we are actually going to be doing with this kind of facility. You know, we are honoring the commitment The mayor was reading the Freedom Charter. I like that because we are making our commitment that everyone who wants to further his or her education and want to acquire a skill must have an opportunity to do so. That is why I always tell people that our Department of Higher Education and Training, it's like this muti which is called Uzifo Zonke. We fix every problem. As Utiti Chifuchane was saying, if you never went to school, come to us. If you went to school and left in standard 2, left to us. Come to us. Even if you left in standard 8 or whatever, come to us. If you went to school and passed, come to us. We'll take you to a TVET or to a university. If you went to school and failed, still come to us. Tina, we are a department of those who have passed and those who have failed. Sibafuna bonke to come here. Because we want to encourage everyone who is studying to pass. We are not encouraging you to fail. But there are many reasons why you can fail. You could have been lazy, which of course is bad. Or you could have been pursuing a career path that is not in your own interest or capability. So even those who failed, we want them here because there is no dustbin to throw away a human being just because he or she has failed at school. That is who we are. That is what we are doing here. So we have got these institutions. We have got universities, we have got TVET colleges, we have got community education and training colleges, which we call community colleges. We have got the SETAs that assist us with skills development, both in the workplace and outside the workplace. So we have all these institutions as the Department of Higher Education and Training. So our vision is becoming real here in the Free State. Indeed, MEC, you are right. The Free State has got many firsts. This is where the African National Congress was born, you are right. And people sometimes today, because it's fashionable for political parties, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Konabafigis are contesting today. Yes, we are a democracy, they have a right. But they must not forget that when the ANC was formed, kwakumbutho wesizwe. Uthini ngesisuthu? Mkhatlo. Mkhatlo wasitshaba. Injalo, yiyo yona leyo. It was uniting the country when in 1910 the Republic of South Africa, which was called the Union of South Africa, was formed and only whites were allowed to vote. Black people were to be nothing. We are trying to correct that. When I went to university, my first year was 1976. I joined a course in economics. Our white economic professor comes in and say, you are 150 in my first year class. You will be lucky if 5 of you reach third year, final year. Because black people don't know economics. You don't have the head or the brains for economics. The black power that we are shouting all the time is only good behind the spade, not for economics. That's what we went through. As a result, I abandoned economics that year at university. I said, hey, I haven't come to stay here. I must get my degree, go and help my mother and educate my sister and younger brother who comes after me, like many of us. So I said, no, I want to pass and go. I haven't come here to stay. But that's where we come from. We have been deprived opportunities. This is part of correcting that legacy. That is why we are saying, whether you went to school or not, irrespective of where you left school, our department is striving to address your needs as a South African. Now, what we have also done to strengthen the community colleges is that in before, the ABET centers were part of the provinces. Then the government, the ANC government, khona bangafuni sisho njalo. But when they attack us, they say, look how this ANC government has failed. Look how this ANC government. But they don't want us to say, come and see what this ANC government is doing here in Ritz. It is the ANC government. We will own the good things. We'll also own our mistakes, by the way. We then said these community ABET centers must now be part of the National Department of Higher Education and Training. This is the results of that decision that we are seeing today. We also did something very good. During the time of ABET centers, the lecturers at ABET centers were part-time, had no pension, had no medical aid, had no good conditions of service. We have now transferred all of them to be properly full-time employed and also to have all the basic conditions of service that other workers deserve. That's what we've done. So that they can do their work. We have also said to the SETAs, that falls under my department, come closer to the community colleges. That is why we thank the wholesale and retail SETA for building us such a beautiful thing. On Friday, I'm looking forward, Babu Sbia, Ninawe and Donga, to go to Sekhukhune now, to open that big skills center, which is a part of the Sekhukhune TVET College. We appreciate that. Yes, SETAs have challenges, we don't deny that. But also they are doing very good work. The people who are forever criticizing SETAs, when we say, come and see this with us, they don't come. They want to be shouting at us and saying, Minister, we are doing nothing. The SETAs are doing nothing. We invite them to come here to see what our SETAs can do. So that's one thing that I just want to say. It's one set of things that we are doing. Also, we held a summit where we brought together employers, our TVET colleges. The summit, the SETAs, was about community education and training. And we agreed on very important things coming out of that summit, which was in 2002, was it? 2022, sorry. 2022. After the summit, I said, I'm going to allocate from the National Skills Fund 200 million rand as the first phase of building capacity for CET colleges to be able to provide short skills programs. There was no such before. We also launched the civic education program. That's the one which is also doing voter education, by the way. And also, it's a civic education program that also empowers our people to deal with a whole lot of things, including teaching our people about the importance of gender equality and the importance of fighting against gender-based violence. These are the things we've introduced now in our community colleges. When you come into our community college and when you go out, you must be more learned. Kufanele uphume ukhabulile. Much better, a better human being and a better South African citizen. That is what we are trying to do. We decided that after that summit. Also after the summit, I established a ministerial task team to provide advice on how we can give these mass skills programs through our community colleges. Mass skills programs. Over and above just continuing with your academic education. I'm pleased the ministerial task team has just brought back the report with proposals. I'm going to be studying those, and that's the basis of saying to the incoming administration, build on these, and here are the proposals. Also, it was at that summit that we agreed that the community colleges require their own infrastructure. So we are implementing now one of the resolutions of that summit with what we are launching here today. As that, we are very serious. We are a serious government. We are serious about our people and what they must get. And we want only the best for them. Also, this is also, by the way, our department is both for youth and for adults. As I'm saying, anyone, if you are 55 years old, once you say, no man, I can't read and write, I think I must change this. Come. Even if you are 60 years old, we want you here. We will actually be able to help you to do what you want to do. But young people in particular, we have a challenge of young people who are not in employment, who are not in education, who are not in training, what we call the needs. That these community colleges must be places where they will be able to improve themselves. For instance, statistics tells us that 3.4 million, which is 33% of the 10.2 million young people aged between 15 and 24 years, are sitting at home doing nothing. That's what we want to address. This is their structure, that they must come and be able to address these things. Now, I'm sure that what we are doing is going to have a huge impact. Our principal was beginning to tell us as she was taking us through, and I liked what I heard, that since this structure has started being built, Kentucky Fried Chicken has opened a shop now here in anticipation that with this structure taking more people and growing, there are going to be more customers for them. And there are other shops who have begun to open here as a direct result of the opening of this structure. So MSC, you will be surprised. 10, 15 years' time, this may be a new city center for this area, when it begins to attract a whole lot of business and other activities as a result of what is actually happening here. But most importantly, as I move towards the ending, we plan to make this Chisego, am I pronouncing it right? Chisego Community Learning Center. We want it to be an agricultural skills hub that may also even serve the whole of the Free State, who knows? Because this is an agricultural area where you are located, and we must honor the Freedom Charter commitment on land. Now, it's 70% complete. We haven't come here to turn a sword. We've come here to say, by the end of the year, it will be finished. Next year, we are starting. I wish I could be here when it starts. Now we are going to elections. You don't know whether we are coming back or not coming back. So even if I don't come back, invite me to be here. When it starts and it opens. I want to say to the WNR SETA, we are also helping us by, you have also established 54 information and communications technology laboratories that are powered by solar power. So dope. And we will have one of these information and communications and technology hub that is solar powered right here. So we are grateful for this support. But let me thank all the role players. By the way, I do this wherever I go. This is a challenge now to other sitters. Mamkis nangu, we in sit. Mamkis, And to all your colleagues, CEO, think about what contribution you can make to this community college, because it's already there. It's already having buildings. What programs can you offer and support so that it must grow and become a very important center? Tinaga, as the Department of Higher Education and Training, we don't threaten and don't do. If we say we're going to build, and we build. We go and ask our sitters to help us, they go and help us. And we build beautiful structures, as I have said, not in Kokotel. Now, for this reason then, I want to end by saying, on the 29th of May, we are all gonna go and vote, okay? Now, what are we voting for? We are voting for all the good things that have been done over the last 30 years. I didn't mention anyone. All the good things we've done over the last 30 years, including the continuation of what we are doing today. That's what we are voting for. Yes, mistakes have happened, but let's vote also to say, together we will identify and correct those mistakes that have happened. I always quote Umtomdalu Babukwan, who said, Yemshan, anyone who is next to you says, Mina, I don't make mistakes, run away as fast as you can, away from that person. Because the only person who doesn't make mistakes is a lazy person who does absolutely nothing. If you work, mistakes do happen. The trick is admit the mistakes where they've happened. Let's not fool our people where mistakes have happened. Yes, they have. This is what we intend to do. We will solve and address those mistakes so that we do for the next 30 years what we've done for the last 30 years. I wish you well. Please look after this structure. Make sure that we protect it at all times. Don't be angry against the fact that there may not be a road and come and destroy the structure, because you will be destroying our future. Ngifuna ukuthi ke kulabantu bakithi abafaka ingubo ezibovu. Ngoba bayangazi when I speak in this language. Together with everyone, no mayor, no MEC, to destroy education infrastructure is counter-revolutionary. I end there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for your speech. I think it will be very nice for us to then have some great music after the Minister has given us such an important and a profound speech. Can we have an item on music? Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Can you give them again a round of applause? Yeah, we say what Ritz has got talent. Yes. Now we will have just one item where I'm going to request the principal of the CET, Free State CE, to come forward, and there's an item that she is going to present right now.
Halala, Minister Blade, halala. Halala, Free State, halala. Re rata Minister ya morata. Re rata MEC ya morata. Thank you. I'm just going to request Morena to help me and to honor and appreciate Minister, MEC and DG.
Thank you so much for all the celebrations, and we are really grateful. I would like to take this opportunity now to request the chairperson of the Council of the Free State CET, Mr. K. De Vier, to do our vote of thanks. Thank you.
Ho morena wa sebaka ba hlomphehi le baetapele ba mona kaofela, ke rata ho qala ka ho leboha morena wa Bakwena le ba Tlokwa hoba nnete ya mannete ke hore sena sebaka ke sa hae, re mona ka tumellano ya hae. Morena rata ho leboha ha o re dumelletse ho kena motseng wa hao, mme ke ratile haholoholo mantswe ao wa buileng ha o re dibekenyana tsena tse tlang ha batho ba tsamaye ba ilo kgetha ho ya ka mokgo dipelo tsa bona di ba bolellang ka teng. Jwale ena morena ke ratang ho e bua ha wa etsho, le a tla reng o etshola o tla ba bua leshano. Ke rata hore ha ke dutse mane ke ntse ko mametse ke utlwile ka re o re ba kgethe hantle fela ha wa re jwalo, ke nna fela ke ileng ka utlwa se ke se utlwang fela. Tjhe, lentswe la morena le haelwa le saka. Pula! Pula! I would again like to take this opportunity to thank the Mayor of Nketwana, Councillor Mamiki. We are really privileged to be here because the leadership of Nketwana really took all the trouble to donate land to the college. I must confess at great risk to themselves. It was a rather brave decision that they made. And we really are here today because of the leadership that they showed at the time. And she's correct when she says the doors of learning and culture shall be open to all. It may have been said in 1955, but that maxim is very alive and very true today. And I like what she meant when she said education for self-reliance is being promoted. Ke a leboha, Councillor. DDG Fuchane, your support to community colleges is always appreciated. And we'll appreciate it in many, many years to come. You are correct. The white paper on PESITA, which I read not so long ago as just a mere document with lots of promises, has become a reality. And it will become more and more of a reality as we go along. And to the chairperson of WNR CETA, Ntate Regis Sibia, On behalf of the Council of the College and Management, we thank you and your board for the generous and meaningful support you gave to the Free State Community College, and you will still continue to give, because we are not going to stop here in Ketwana. Our ambitions go beyond Ketwana. But thank you for your support and your commitment to continue supporting us. Program Director Ntate Tom Kwanazi, you did a wonderful job of directing the program. Your CEO skills came to the party today, and it's all appreciated. To the Free State CET College Quartet musical item, you are just beautiful and soothing. And to the SRC President, it's true that it takes a village to grow a child. And in Africa, it will always take a village to grow a child. And a resapita, tuto, haitso falwe. Ntate Mohale, all good things start in the Free State. You mentioned many examples. And I appreciate when you say government is leading society to liberate itself. I was really enthralled by the introduction that the DG made of the minister. He mentioned something about professorship of the minister, which is all appreciated, that even outside countries honor the minister for the good work that he has done. But you know, Minister, when I first met you, or every time I meet you, there's a part of me that feels a bit guilty, because I'm always afraid that my sins as a young man are coming back to haunt me. And you might wonder where I'm getting to. When I first met you, you were actually supposed to be a researcher in the education policy unit of the University of Natal. And there were two young men you worked with in those days. One was Sipho Xele, who was later deployed to the eThekwini municipality. And another was somebody called Sibusiso Stole. I can confirm they were using their real names. But of course, in those days, Sibusiso Stole, we used to go by the name of Nkunzi. I don't know if you know, we called him Nkunzi. Now, every time I meet you, I keep wondering whether you know why they were never there when you needed them. Because they were supposed to be around you and support you in your work as an education policy researcher. But the truth of the matter is, Usipho and Nosbusiso, part of their time they were spending in the Free State. And they were not necessarily, they didn't know reads, but they spent time in the Northeastern Free State, where the University of the North had started a branch of a university called Uniqua. And from there, they moved between Uniqua and Bloemfontein. And that's why they were never there. I don't think they explained to you why they were not, but that's why you didn't get their support. So when I see an SRC president talking here, in those days, SRC people never used to address these gatherings. But the reason the SRC president could sit here and address is because of the work that those comrades did to build a student movement in the Free State. If you want better proof, Ntate Makalo Mohale, he has a chief director in his office called Bob Tladi. He can add to the story that I'm telling you. Unfortunately, we had a fatality. My secretary at the time is a comrade called Mpoma Shweng. And I'm saying this because I don't think I'll ever have opportunity to say this. It's Mpoma Shweng. Mpoma Shweng's name is engraved at Freedom Park, because Mpoma Shweng was hijacked by the Askaris. They drew him from Bloemfontein, and they took him to Johannesburg, and then they took him to Swaziland and shot him there. And because of the interesting things we were doing. So let me end there. I wouldn't like to say more than that, sure. So when you say I should celebrate 30 years of democracy, this is my own homily, my own personal reason why I would celebrate the idea that the culture of learning, the doors of learning are opened and they'll remain open. And thank you for that. And I agree with you that we cater for those who passed and failed. I was with you in Cape Town. One of the phrases you used when we were in Cape Town, you said you are going to massify community education. You said you are going to massify community colleges throughout the country. And that journey has begun. I also would like to thank the exhibitors who came here and supported this event. It's been a truly beautiful event. And I would like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the support you have given us. I thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we have now reached the end of our program, and thank you very much for being such an amazing, well-behaved audience. And please give yourself a round of applause again. So we've reached now the end of our program. Just a few things that I need to indicate is that there's going to be lunch after this session. So we would request that those that do not have these tags like this one, they called VVIP or VIP and guests, to remain here. Food will be brought in here, and then the team with the minister to move into the marquee next door. Thank you very much, and all the best, and I hope you do take care of the baby. Thank you.